Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to transform video into an ethereal time-lapse photographic image. I provided this video that you could use for this project. Its link is in the description or project files. Before we begin, if you want to know as soon as I upload new Photoshop tutorials, mash that subscribe button and please remember to click like. Go to File and Open. Navigate to the video I provided or open another video. If you are using another video, make sure the camera that's shooting the video is locked into position so it doesn't move, otherwise this effect won't work. Before we continue, I want to thank the great and brilliant Julieanne Kost, who is the Principal Evangelist at Adobe Systems, from whom I learned this technique. Click Open. We can see that Photoshop opens up the timeline, and in the Layers panel, we can see there's a folder that contains the video clip. We can play the video by pressing Enter or Return. We'll mute any audio that may be on the clip by right-clicking on the timeline. Click the audio symbol and check Mute Audio. Drag the time indicator to a time in the video when you'd like your video clip to start. Click the scissors icon to split the video at the point of the time indicator. Notice we now have two video clips. We want to keep the second clip and delete the first. Just click the first clip to make it active and press the Delete key on your keyboard. Right-click again on the timeline. If you don't see the word video, click the video symbol. We'll make the duration of our video 10 seconds in length. Next, we'll export a sequence of images from the video into a folder. Go to File, Export, and Render Video. Select the folder you want your images to go into. Make sure Photoshop Image Sequence is selected. The format is JPEG. We'll keep the starting number and digits at their default settings. Let's make the frame rate 5 frames per second. This means there'll be a total of 50 frames in the sequence. 5 times 10 equals 50. Keep in mind, the more frames per second, the smoother our blended image will look, but the bigger the document size will be. Click Render. We'll load the files into a single document by going to File, Scripts, and Load Files into Stack. Click Browse and navigate to that image sequence. We'll select all of the images by clicking the first one in the sequence and shift-clicking the last one to make all of them active. Click OK. Once all the files load, check Create Smart Object after loading layers. Click OK. Photoshop is now stacking all 50 images into the Layers panel sequentially from the last image to the first, and then converts them all into a single smart object. In order to blend all those layers that are within the smart object, go to Layer, Smart Objects, Stack Mode, and Mean. Photoshop blended all 50 images into one photo. The effect looks as if we took a long exposure with our camera. Next, we'll add individual images from the sequence, which we'll use to replace certain areas where we like more detail. To view those images, go to Window, Arrange, and 2 up vertical. To fit them into their respective canvases, press Z to open the Zoom tool, or click the Zoom icon. Press Alt or Option plus Shift as you click either image. Click the video clip document to make it active. Let's expand the timeline by dragging this slider to the right. Drag the time indicator to a frame in the video that shows some detail you like. I like the detail on these rocks as well as the water crashing against a large rock. Press Ctrl or Command A to select the entire frame, and Ctrl or Command C to copy it to your clipboard. Click the blended document to make it active, and press Ctrl or Command V to paste in the still frame image as its own layer. Click back on the video clip document to make it active, and scrub through the timeline until you see another frame that has a different detail you like. Copy the frame, make the blended document active, and paste the frame as its own layer. Go back to Window, Arrange, and consolidate all to tabs. To fit it onto your canvas, press Ctrl or Command-0. I'll hide the two still frames to show you that the large rock on the right ended up slightly blurred in the blended image because the camera that shot the video moved slightly. We'll replace the blurry rock in the blended layer with the sharper rock of the still image. I'll make the top still image visible again and make sure it's active. Open your Quick Selection tool and make its radius anywhere between 10 to 15 pixels. Drag the tool over the large rock to select it. To remove areas of the selection, press and hold Alt or Option as you drag over those areas. Go to Select and select and mask. If your Photoshop version is earlier than CC 2015.5, click Refine Edge. If you're using a later version and prefer to use Refine Edge, Shift-click Select and Mask. I did in-depth tutorials on both filters, so if you'd like to watch them, I provided their links in the video's description as well. Check Smart Radius. This detects smooth and hard edges. We'll brush over the edges, but before we do, adjust the size of your brush by making sure the caps lock key is off and pressing the left or right bracket key on your keyboard. Brush over the edge of the quick mask to refine it. Output it to a new layer with Layer Mask. Now, our large rock is sharp because the layer mask next to the still frame is revealing it on top of the blended image. The black area of the layer mask is masking out the rest of the layer next to it. Drag the layer down just above the bottom layer. Make layer 1 visible and active. We'll make an inverted layer mask next to it by Alt or Option clicking the layer mask icon. Open your brush tool and brush picker. Pick a soft round brush. Its hardness is 0%, and for now, make its opacity and flow 100%. If you're wondering what the difference is between them, opacity controls the transparency of the paint, and flow controls the speed at which the paint is laid down, much like painting with a spray paint can. Adjust the size of your brush, and brush over the area of your image that you want to reveal more detail to. Make the top layer visible and active, and make an inverted layer mask next to it. Notice this layer mask revealed the water crashing against the large rock. In the top layer mask, we'll reveal other details from the still frame next to it. Adjust the size of your brush, and brush over an area you'd like to see more detail. If we want to reduce the opacity of our brush, we can do that at the top. Continue to reveal as much detail as you want. Lastly, I'll show you how to create a subtle or dramatic change in your photo's appearance by applying a color lookup adjustment layer. Click the adjustment layer icon and click Color Lookup. Click Load 3D LUT. LUT is an acronym for Lookup Table. These presets are mainly found in the film industry. Adobe introduced them in Photoshop CS6. For this image, I like Candlelight Cube. A quick way to see how each preset looks is to click the top preset and press the down arrow on your keyboard to scroll through all of them. If you find one you like, but the effect is too intense, just reduce its opacity in the Layers panel. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.